Good afternoon, everybody. It is a wonderful Tuesday. Sorry I didn't do Merry Monday yesterday. I had a migraine so bad. I just realized I forgot my glue stick. I got everything else but the glue stick. So today, I did this video 2 weeks ago, but it turned out terrible and I didn't take it down, but I wanted to redo it so people could better see what you do. I think Tuesday. And I made myself a tea, even though it's gotten really cold really quickly, unfortunately. Let me move my tea away from paper. Let me take a mouthful of that yummy tea I made. It's fall, so, well, the weather's getting a little bit cooler, so now I drink a little bit more tea. So, several things you'll see things spread all over my desk. In a group, Junk Journal Journey. Why I cannot say that, I don't know. There was a question by one of the mods in our mod group. She might be a min. But anyways, she was like, what other things can we make tags out of? Because most of us use file, folder, scrapbook paper, cardstock. I like to save everything, and I did this recently. I still have another box to go through. This was a huge birthday card that it was actually 2 pieces like this, and I cut it in half and I made a large tag. So, I mean, you can pull out different things like that. And then I'm just trying to find some here. The back of packaging, like, you know, we buy stickers and everything. This was a thank you card, and I just cut it. I'll cover that, so you can, you know, use your different backings and things like that. Like, you'll see that this was, I forget what was on this one, but anyways, it was part of a packaging. Now, I have things that I made long time ago that I never used and I won't use, so I put it in here to repurpose it and recolor it. So you'll see a lot of packaging. But even outside of these are the project cards. Someone gave me a bunch of them. I turned them into tags. So you can do that. I take them and I turn them into tags or into journal cards. And even with my journal cards, and I'll do this with both, I get these in every ink box. So I can use this as a journal card, or if I wanted to, I could turn it into a tag as well. So you can repurpose things around your house, cardboard boxes, flyers in the mail, you know, things like that. That's all hard stuff, right? That's great. And a lot of us have no problem getting that. Now, I'm somebody who doesn't care if a tag is really hard or what. This one I just did music paper. And you'll see that it's much more flimsier. And so we're going to do that. And I just noticed when doing that, I needed to fix my lady up here. Because for me, by the time I collaged some stuff onto here, that made it a little bit harder. Then I put a piece of backing on that. That made it a little bit harder, but I don't mind that soft feeling. So you can do that. And I already have some made up. Sometimes, you know, when I remember, this one is not done, but you get scraps like this. Now this, I mean, it's not a big tag, but this could turn into a tag if you want it to as well. Now I do have one here. I used it as a glue page, and then what I did is I just folded it, and I just realized that the top of it's really uneven. So I just glued the book page over. Now, do I have a book page here I can glue over? See, I already have some of them because when I remember to do that, that's what I do. But let me just show you what I mean. I should have grabbed a book page. I didn't think about it. But my book pages are really close by, so especially if you have books that maybe not so vintagey, that you can pick these up at the Dollar Tree without a problem. And you know, then you're not using your vintage. I don't mind using this one. It's not really vintage, but sort of. But sometimes you know, you get words or things that, you know, maybe what the book is about is something you may not want people to see. So sometimes those are good. So basically, because of course, look, that's a big tag. So that could become a journal card even, right? But just measure it to the size of the card you want. And then I'm just trimming off the top, like that. And then I'm going to glue it and then I'll cut it. And my baby is going to go crazy in a second. I probably should have given her a little food. But, you know, Boo-Boo, she likes to be up in the video, but I need my space today. So I might have to give up and distract her with some food in a second. We'll see what happens. So all I do is I take it and I should have my ruler here. I did bring one. And then I just trim this up. And this piece doesn't go to waste either. Now if I did a few of these, I might get a couple pieces and I could glue 2 of the pieces over. Let's just show, for example. Hey, you're not coming up, baby. She thinks she needs to be up beside me when I do this. She was sound asleep in her box. Sound asleep in her box. And also what works really well, if you get a page like, say, this, and you don't mind the super thinness, when you fold it over, you could have your journaling spot right there. And you could just put a little image, or you could cut that off, depending on what you want to do with it. So, you know, that already gives, if you don't mind extra thin. So it just all depends. I also like to put that in a journal like that. So a lot of times I save those. But because I sometimes like that little extra layer. But let's just say we're going to go back to this and let's make sure I kind of get it in the right spot. Up here she goes. She's going to knock everything over trying to get up. And I don't want her up today. I don't want you up today, baby. So in a minute, guys, I might have to give in to her. I'm just going to rip it this time instead of cutting it. So then you can, you can use these in clusters as well. Nothing says that you have to glue 2 of them together. But in this case, I have so much scraps. This is just one of, I have a huge box full of scraps. So I'm trying when I do things to use it all up. So I'm going to try to match that up the best I can. Then I'm going to just trim off the top there. No, Boo-Boo, no. Oh, she's made a mess. She's funny that she wants to be up here when I'm videotaping. She was sound asleep in her cushion bed. But that's the way she is. But I don't want her up because I need the space this time because of what I'm doing. So I'm going to give her a little food. She hasn't had her afternoon snack also, so that sometimes can help. So, and this can make a nice little narrow tag, right? So I'm just going to trim it up a little bit better here. I don't even really have to do that if I don't want to. I could leave it, but there's another tag. I'm just going to, and then also what I mean, if you don't mind wasting digitals, I have some digitals. Now, I have really vintagey. If I wanted them to look really vintagey, I could pull out my, like this one is much older, and sometimes I don't like using that because I like to use the full pages. But I have some books that are like 80s and that you know, not as old. So you come in and I can actually probably get a really tall skinny one out of this. I'm going to cut it in cut it now, or I can tear it. Either one works for me. I got something in my eye right now, guys. Sorry. Trying not to itch it. And I've got hiccups. Why, I don't know. And anybody who's new at my channel, at some point I will yawn. Whatever is in my eye is really bothering me. I'm going to let my eye water and see if that helps. Maybe make myself cry. I don't know. I don't know what. I didn't even. Okay, so I'll trim that up in a few minutes. And I could go this way if I wanted to. Or I like tall, skinny ones as well. Or I can trim it up if I wanted to. It's all up to you. And you just glue. And now, sometimes, you know, like I make mistakes with printing. Especially if I'm printing something on the reverse, sometimes I forget to make sure that I have it going the same way. Those are great to cover, but you know, you could use them as well. So I'm just doing that really quick. So we have a tall tag as well. And one other thing I like to use, and I'm going to start off with it, is I like to use paper bag. And this one's a little bit thinner. I get some paper bags like this one that I get from our grocery store called IGA here. And sometimes it's hard with the reds. You got to kind of be careful too. But a lot of time. I'm just going to tear that off. Now, you can do both ways. You can, I'm just going to try to tear that little piece off. I'll straighten it out in a second. I really tore it badly. Oh, of course, it won't go back nicely into my box I have sitting right beside me because I'm trying to sew. I almost did that straight. Almost. And it's not straight at all. So we're going to look at it, go up. Now this one, it's a little bit, I'm going to do this one. And we're going to glue one. I'll probably glue one in a bit. So I like to use just the paper bag. And I wished I had just a paper bag one to show you. But it's in a journal that I already, it feels like it's not straight. But when I put it up, it looks very straight. So I think I'm losing it. So first off, what's going to happen is you're going to end up covering it, right? I'm just going to covering the back. If you doubled this up, you probably wouldn't have to cover the back. Sometimes I cover the back, sometimes I don't. It depends on the paper bag I have left. I really wished I had one, but I think the only one I had was in a recent journal that I got rid of. And I'm trying to think of my journals I have sitting here. I've used so much more paper bag than I ever have, especially because I watched Ruby and Pearl a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. This will be a nice easy tag. Sometimes I double that bag and leave the paper bag because I like the look of a paper bag for journaling on as well. And I don't want that rigid line because I don't have that matching. So when I go to trim now, I'll kind of fix that. Okay, so we covered the back of it for a journaling spot. And I'm just going to take my ruler, smooth it out a bit. All right, so that's done. Boy, I know it isn't straight, but I can't seem to find a way to get it looking straight. And I don't know if it's my eyes are really... Oh, that's good enough. I'm sometimes too much of a perfectionist. I have this beautiful lady, and I was thinking she could just go on there all by herself. Now I almost wish this was bigger. There's a reason, because when I go to put on her, I want, so this is where we're going back to this. So now we're going to pull the other paper bag out. And what I'm going to do, here's another thing. Because I want to leave the paper bag. So I'm just trying to think if I want, sometimes what I will do when if I really want an extra strength in it and I want to use that paper backing, I will also do this. And I do this a lot. And I just want to take one piece off this. It is a part of it, but unfortunately, I don't want that part on. So I'm just going to trim it a bit. So if you want to do the paper bag and have the extra strength, I also do this sometimes. When I print, a lot of times, cardstock's a little bit more expensive. And I sell fussy cuts, but when I sometimes use something, I might want it a little bit thicker. So I pull out a book page and I thicken it up. Do the same with pockets sometimes. I do it the same as if I'm, let me see if I have one sitting here. Or did I move them all? I think I moved them all. Where I moved it to, I have no clue. But I've been trying to tidy. And of course I tidied, so now I don't know where I put them. I know where I put them, but they're not as easy to grab out of the box right now. And I don't want to sidetrack too much. On Tuesday nights, I do live in Purple Heart Creation, and they're long. It's really a craft and talk and just hang with the ladies type night. And I chase rabbits a lot in there. We go off on a rabbit chase. We're doing one thing and then somebody will ask a question or can you do this? And off we go down a different rabbit hole for a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. See, again, I could fold that over and make a tiny tag. Especially if, like right now, I'm trying my best not to create much more scraps. So I'm trying to take them, try to get that more even. I'm trying to take them and use them up automatically. Okay, so now I've made her a little bit stronger. A little bit, not extremely. And I mean, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. That is totally up to you and how you want to do it and how much you like it to be stronger. Now, the reason I'm doing that, now I almost want to, but I can't use that side. The reason why is because, I think I'll just show it at the top. Okay, so I'm going to glue her on. I didn't do much last week video-wise. I was in, and I'm still kind of that way. I've gotten a few ideas this week. I kind of been doing a lot of binge watching. And I was thinking, what do I do next? What do people want to see on my YouTube? What some kind of things do you want to see? I don't know. Sometimes I ask it in the comments and I don't always get answers. And if you want to see something, I mean, please. I want to make sure she's on the paper bag. And of course my hands are getting sticky and I didn't bring, I brought. Now in this case, when I do this, I want her a bit taller. Oh, well, we'll fix that up. I didn't take my time to tear that. But I don't want it on the sides. I just want it straight up. And I may not keep it that tall. We'll see when I finish what I decide to do. And I have paper bag sticking out the side here. So let's clean that up. Okay. Now, here you will have a little bit more looseness. And maybe I should have made it a little taller and folded it over, which I might still do, but I'm going to do it this way. I just want it to see. I'm not worried if there's a, or do I want to do it this way? I think I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to do it that way. Okay. You can have it higher if you want. I decided, and I wanted it to be a little bit more sturdy here at the top. So you do it the way you choose. You may not even like this idea at all, and that's okay. You know, we all have our styles and what we like to stick to, but this is just a little what you can do outside. This digital is, I belong to this group, Junk Journal Journey, and one of the ladies in there, the Min, she does more of this style. This isn't my, you all know I make digitals and fussy cut bundles, but this isn't really my style. And that's what wonderful world about journaling is. Everybody has their style, and I like doing both. But this is one of the ladies I got. I took it off there, and there was 3 more pages of ladies. No, 5 pages. And then you'll see me use more of her stuff. And so I'm going to put her link to her coffee site. I just bought it. I signed up. She has a $5 membership, and you get all kinds of freebies with that membership. I mean, for what I already printed, I already got my $5 worth. I mean, and there's much more. I only took a variety. I wanted to add some more different type. You all know I like this type of vintage. These are my favorite, but I also love this as well. So I want it to be able to, and I like supporting other creators. Oh, so I think it's called the Virtual Scrapbook. Her name is Anita Cox, and I will put her site, her link to it. In the comments below, okay? And I'm going to honestly say, for $5, it was well worth it. For me as a Canadian, it was a little bit more than $5, but it's still worth it for me. I mean, for just what I took today. And she was really nice. She sent this to me because we're mods and the Min on the same group, and so she knew I loved them, and that was really nice of her. That was even before I bought. She sent that to me. So here we go. Now, several ways you can come in and put your normal hole, and this is how I'm leaving her. I'm, other than, of course, we gotta. So this is just with a paper bag, and also as the glue dry. No, baby, no, lay down in your box. I'm just gonna ink it up a bit. just hoping I have one, because I think I know what I want to use. Now I could use a bow, regular bow. There's so many different ways you can do the top, and I'm very different now. I hardly punch holes. It's just because I just like, it's just the way I am now. No, baby. Okay. And I don't know if I have a purple one. And I might not use a purple, but these are bows that I do. And this is my newest collection. So you have to be careful because some of them are going to be too big. And I don't think that... Then I was also thinking purple. Mine like this I don't sell the digital on these. These are fussy cut out and ready for you to use. So I'm just trying to find... Now I could also bring it to the side here, but it's still going to cover her head. And I don't think I really have one that goes with that same purple, because I have to cut more of these. So I could do something like that if I had the right shade. And I don't have the right shade. And I don't know. I don't like to take the bundles apart, but they come like this. But I don't even know if I have a purple cut right now. There's some pink, butterflies, white, thing, gold. It doesn't even look like I have. That tells me I need to do some fussy cutting for myself, because it doesn't even look like I have any purple bows right now. I'm really low. I'm not usually that low. I'm just seeing if there's any. Nope, I am that low. No, boo-boo. No, baby. No. No. Oh, man. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to... Or she's not going to let me get anything done. She's clawing my legs. So I'm just going to shift a few things around. See if we can make this work with that monster. She's my monster. Nothing I can do about her. I'll put these up here. Okay, come here. Lay down. There she is, guys. You know her. She's only going to fight me the whole time if I don't let her up. I'm really disappointed. I really want it. And that just... I really wanted to use one of these. And I thought of pulling that in. But what we could do, but I don't think I have any empty ones. We'll see if I've got any empty ones in my clusters. It doesn't look like I have any purple ready to be used. Just a big one. I hope I have that little one. So I could do that where I put, but I kind of want it bigger then, or more oddly shaped. See, like I want it, to me that size would be better, sticking out more, but I don't have any. See how cute that is? Again, it's thinking outside of the box. Normally we put a hole and we tie that to the knot, or we put a whale tail on it. Now, that beigey color doesn't look bad at the top. If I had a nice big purple one like that, that would be perfect. I have this purple one. I gotta just move that box out of my way. Move that. I'm liking the taupe. For some reason, I'm liking maybe the contrast, or do I want to put it on the side? Now I wish this was longer, just a bit bigger, because I really don't want to cover her hat. So I'm like, that's what I'm trying to get around right now, is not covering her hat. Now if I had a little purple bow, that might have been perfect. But I don't. Definitely nothing the right shade of purple. I didn't know I used so many of these. I really do need to do some trimming. Get my stuff restocked up. It's only your sister. This is why I keep these as well, just like that. I'll have a box of them, just so that I can, if I want to use them. So I'm thinking I kind of like it, but I'm wondering if I need a little purple bow. But I'm kind of liking that. The thing is, right here, this little piece here is what's bothering me a bit. So I can always trim that off. And when I make clusters, especially when I'm using lace, this also gives it a little bit more strength to it. But I also do that for gluing. If I was gluing it that way, it makes it easier. But when I'm using it as a tab, I like to do that. And then glue there. And so, and I really like that. Now, I think what I want to do that will help is I want to, if you're a Temu person, best punches ever. I've got another design on order. I'm going to get all the colors. Best punches ever. I think that might help with my tab at the top as well. And now I'm going to take a little bit of wetter glue, just because it's a little bit more sturdier. And we're going to glue. We got to glue again, but I want to keep it. And then I can pull that up as high as I want to, or low as I want to. I forgot to put the hard food back down on the floor. I really like that. And then I'm going to think I might end up glossy. I'm not sure if I'm going to glossy accent that. I might end up glossy accenting the thing, but we'll come back to the final touch-ups after. I love these ladies. I have never really used this style. And I'm going to put that on there. And if you didn't want an accent set and you want it to pull in some more color, what you can do as well is you could pull a gemstone and put the gemstone. And I like that. That is what I'm doing. I'm going to put a little bling, bling. I always little bling takes it. Just let me see if I put enough on there. Yeah. This is my life as a crafter now with Boo Boo. This is how I craft majority of the time. She is on my desk, asleep and snoring sometimes. Look at that. I love that. Let me just move that over a little bit more. Oh, I love it. See, with pulling that in there, Oh, I love her. I love her. And now, right now I can't do it, but a lot of times I'll put something on this side as well. I could pull in now maybe one of the larger purple bows on this side, but then I have to remember it would stick over. So whatever I'm doing to cover that, then I would want to keep it small so that it's not sticking out at the other side. There we go. Done with a piece of paper bag. A beautiful, beautiful tag. A beautiful tag. Okay, oops. I'll put her up there to dry. Now, the book page. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to find, of course I've piled everything on top of everything so that Boo Boo could lay down, right guys? So now I've got to go in and see if I can find something to collage with. Just going to pull out a selection of papers here from my scrap basket. I think I need something soft pink for what I want to do. And I have a pile here that Boo Boo is sort of on. I was cleaning up my desk and I piled some of the scraps, bigger pieces here. And even not, see, this shouldn't be in there. That shouldn't be in there. Just seeing what I have that I might want to use on the bottom of that. So we'll just put that there for a second. I have this. This is where you might not want, if you want that design to show, it's where it's something you might not want to use. And then sometimes I do the paper with the image I'm going to use so I can see. I think this is too wide that way. It's not big enough. I thought it was. That would look cute on a tag. Is this too small? See, this is where you got to try to get it the right size, right? When you've got smaller ones. Let's go in here. What other size? These are all. Boo Boo's probably going to run in a second, which means claws are going to end up in me. Because the person that lives upstairs is making a lot of noise on her. But we could, we're going to just do this. This is how I do things so I can see what I like. I kind of like that in the center of it. But I also like her in the center of that. And then need a little something at the bottom. I do have that, but I think I want some color. I do have that, but I think it's the wrong shade to use. So also that. I could make more scraps, but I don't want to. Let's see what I've got in my basket here really quick. Yeah. Well. Oh. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. I like that. Yep. So here we go. We're going to glue this. And this is just a folded over book page. Things that you can use outside of your normal cardstock. I mean, even like for me, I need to go through my scrapbook, but I've got so much already made up that I'm going to wait. But if you have, I have a lot of, when you buy the things of cardstock, a lot of times you have ones in there that you don't like. You could use those as well. I just realized it's 4:30. What's funny is Jacob on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays goes to his mother's after school, and he's with his mother these days. But he hasn't done that in a long time. So I usually do my day, normally 2:30. His dad leaves to pick him up, right? So when he's not here, I lose track of time because the little booger is my time, kind of like my clock. So I was thinking it was still early in the afternoon, but it really is not, because my booger's not here to help me remember time. So he's at his mama's. He'll be at his mama's tomorrow as well. And then he's back with us. Well, with his dad. But I help. I live downstairs in the basement apartment. But he comes up and down whenever he wants. There is no locked door for him. He is, oh, I talk about him a lot, though. You guys know that. And he comes sometimes down and says hi to everybody, and, you know, he loves to say hi to everybody. It's like Boo Boo here, who likes to be in on the action, too. There we go. And again, this is another one of Anita's wonderful. Now, she's a little big, but I'm not going to worry too much. Is she a little too big? Is she sticking over too much? That's my concern. And I don't think I can. I'm just seeing how I can just make her kind of fit there better. If I could get my fingers coordinated, guys, that would really help. She's still really hanging over. I mean, it doesn't matter. They can hang over. I noticed that, you know, there's one of those things that I always could not. Yeah, there we go. We're going to use her. We are. We really, really are. Glue her. Put her on. Glue on my fingertips. And I could trim that right off if I wanted to, and square it up if I wanted to as well. But I think I want her a little lower. Can I slide her down with not too much problem here? Like if I wanted to, I could trim it off and just do that if I wanted to, but I don't mind it hanging over. Not at all. Oh, I don't want to do that. I got to cover the back, even though I put that paper there, but I'm going to lift that up. I'm going to lift that up. I'm going to use a piece of paper to cover the back. Can that side work? Yep. just making a tag using a book page. I do this quite often. And you don't have to hide, like I covered the whole book page, but you don't have to do that. Okay. Anita has all kinds of different ones and all very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. She's got fall. She's got some beautiful Christmas that I only grabbed a few things right now. I didn't even fully look through because I needed to get onto this video and not be distracted. So, because I get distracted. And I am going to put that little piece of paper there because I just want a touch of color over there. You don't have to do that. You can trim it right off if you want. And right now it's hard because the glue hasn't dried yet. And even as the glue dries, are you laying on my ruler, baby? No, you're not. Because then you would get really upset. Because I would have to move her. See, we need to put a little more glue on this part. Then I'm going to hole punch her. Not hole punch her. Give her her edges. Now I'm doing it basic. I mean, you could layer lace and all that in this as well if you want to make it a little bit more elaborate. You can surely do that. And see, I'll show you another when I say using, so I just used, and see, it's funny, I can always go back to my work and see where I need to add a little extra glue sometimes. So I like to use clusters a lot for my toppers. I'm not going to do a cluster topper again, but see, you can do that as well, right? And go in. This time I don't think I have anything big enough. You could just use, if you want, sometimes you just can do something like that if you want, but that one isn't big enough to do that with. I think this one is the one I'm thinking I'll go with. I don't know where I put my pink Sari Silk. Not Sari Silk, my pink crinkled. I was doing some clusters, and where did I put it? I don't know. It's probably in my cluster box. Somewhere where it shouldn't be because I can't get to it. Now, if I had the right pink, oh, I'm running things over. I don't think that pink goes, but I have that pink one. But I'm almost liking this one. So let's see which one we like. Adding a little bling bling. Actually, I don't mind that. It's a little bit of pop. Yeah, I think it makes it stand out. Yeah, I think I like that color. Okay, and I think that's too big. Now that I've put something so soft on it. Love this. This is going to go on. The kitty's going crazy upstairs. That's Pika, Boo Boo's sister. Their names are Pika, Boo. But Boo, just calling her Boo, wasn't cutesy enough, so she ended up being Boo Boo. And I have a whole thing of pink diamonds. Oh, look at your paw. Look what you did. No, no, no. Keep your paws off. Paws off. I lost my pink package of bling, and I have looked and looked and looked for it. And I've only got 2 left on the one I have here, but I have another. That doesn't stand out. Didn't think it would. I didn't think it would. Maybe pull it. Looking at all the, oh, I know. I have 2 other. Paw, move your paw. There we go. That's what we'll use. I'll play with that once the glue sets. Now, still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the top of it. And I pulled out lace, so oh my god. There we go, guys. Knew I had to yawn at some point. Wonder, did I just make you yawn? I sometimes fight with my tops. I do. Trying to come up with... I need my seam binding, my pink seam binding, so we'll come back to that. You guys all know how to do, but see? With a book page. And as that glue gets a little bit drier, it'll become a little more stronger as well. Okay, so there's another one done. We did a music page one, didn't we? Yes, we did. But Pika, what you have? If I don't call her, she'll just keep meowing because she's waiting for me to address her, and she brings me whatever toy she's playing with. So she'll just keep meowing and meowing till I answer her. Oh, I see what I knocked over. I like big tags. One of the reasons I like big tags, sometimes I like them stick out the top of the journal. So when I did this one, I liked it. So there's one done on paper bag. See, I knew I had one. Right? And then I like it just peeking out of the top of the journal, because I like little things peeking out at the top. And then I'm wondering almost if that color, I don't have a big enough piece right now, would be, no, because it's so different from that. This is hard because I put that flower, so matching that top might be a little tricky. Okay, let's cover this one. What do I have that I can cover it with? Oh, what do we have that's big enough? Because I didn't print any more, because I really wanted to use up some scraps. And again, I've got this one. Do I want to use it again? You can tell it's a paper I like because I printed an awful lot. Let's see. Did I have other colors in here? I do use that one an awful lot. Just seeing what I have. Back to that. Now, if I wanted to get away from pink, but why would I do a silly thing like that? Or I could do something blue. It was a bit longer. There's so many scraps. You'd think I would be able to see, here's a good music page that I would fold over. My ink ran out when I was printing on the thing, so now it's perfect to fold over and use. If I had Purple Ladies, well, I have some of my stuff, but I wanted to feature her for a few minutes. Anita's beautiful stuff. What I'm surprised right now is that I don't have that much pink printed, which is unusual for me. Normally I have a ton. Oh, let's do it all in that. That is what we'll do. That is what we'll do. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. That is what we will do. Now I don't know if I've got something big enough to embellish this with. This could be tricky. Now I'm just thinking something, guys. Now with this, I don't necessarily have to, like, I could collage just a strip of this or a little bit of it. I also have this. That might look nice. I could leave some of the music paper showing if I so choose, which now that one is just not quite long enough. Probably shouldn't have snipped that green off and let it be hanging in there too. So we're already at an hour, so we're going to have to call this quits, guys. Do I do something like this? Let's see. Sometimes what I do is I lay it all out first. Now this isn't long enough, so we can't use that, but we can use a piece of this. And this is where my one ruler I love, because I love the edge on it. Oops, down went one of my rulers. Especially because I've decided not to cover that whole thing. I'm going to use, but the problem is I want more music than I want that. And then we're going to do this. Question is, I think I'm going to cover that whole side down. I don't think I want. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Don't almost need this, but we might put that over top. We're going to glue this first. Oh, problem is, let's switch this around. Okay. Oops. Shouldn't have glued on there. Trying for it not to buckle there. I might have needed to ink that, but I didn't, but it's still okay. It is okay. And I don't throw that out because that's nice for a good little collage, a really collaged one. Yeah, I think I'm going to cover the bottom there. Like that. There we go. There we go. Now she's still a little too big for there. She needs to go on a journal card because she's so wide. But we could come in with her. Or I have this beautiful rose one of hers. But what else? But see, I think it would look better with a full coverage tag. Then I have the envelopes of her, but again, like, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it. But I think this will be perfect on a tag that is like fully covered, if you know what I mean. I don't even think I have. I want to show you. Trying to see if I have anything plain that I could put that on, but not the right color. Not the right color. I don't have the right color. Print it. Do I have something over on these pages? These are regular cardstock ones. So I'm just seeing. See, she'll be beautiful. Oh, look at that. She'll be beautiful there. She's going there. So I'm just going to paper clip that. Oh, she's gorgeous. But I think I'm going to put some lace and things under her. Oh, she's beautiful. She's perfect for there. Yeah, this is the another package I got. You get different sizes. So even like putting something cute like this in the bottom if you want it to, you could do that. Great for collaging with. I don't think I have anything to show you. You want down? Here she comes, guys. Okay, baby. It's sometimes not easy when she's on my desk and I'm trying to work, because I have to scrunch everything together. Right? So I just wanted to show you how you can use a couple of her. Oh, look at this. I have this. This would be so pretty on that. Do we want it in the darker green or the lighter pink? See, I think I'll put that there. That is so perfect there. But then books are too big. And all the envelopes I cut out are too big. I think that's perfect on that tag. Now I'm almost wondering if I need to cluster under it. This might be too big. Oh, I'm thinking. This is a cluster I had. I had all these little pieces sitting on my desk and I was cleaning up, so I just threw them together and stapled them. Now I'm thinking of putting that on it and then putting that on the tag. And this is another, what I do when I'm thinking is I take it and I paper clip it and I look at it for a few minutes. But that one's hard because I'm putting the paper clip right over the top of it. But how do I get there? We'll do it like that. I think that's the way I'm going to end up going with that. One of Anita's beautiful little fussy cuts. I mean, it can be just a cluster. Like, I'm just going to put it on right now as a cluster. How I use it will be, so like, sorry, I went off from the tag because that flower just caught my attention. See, I told you, sometimes I chase rabbits, guys. Something pops into my head and I just have to go with it. There we go. There we go. I love it. And I'm really thinking it's going to be beautiful on a tag. And it kind of suits that one with the green in the background. So that is probably going to end up on that tag. The only thing I'm not liking is the silver with this. I love the silver, and I think if it was a nice solid, I don't even have a really solid pink one here. If this, just say that's not there. See, it might look better on something like that. And I don't really have time. Ouch, got an itchy head. Where did I put the other ladies? No, boo-boo. No. She thinks if she bothers me enough, two reasons: she can get up or she can get food. Food is always her first goal to get. She is a piggy wiggy. She likes her snacks. I'm just trying to see with some of the tags I had made already if any of them would suit a couple of Anita's. I have more tags sitting somewhere, but I don't want to go looking for them right now. Oh, get rid of that tag. We're not supposed to be. Okay. How did I lose the papers? Did I put them behind me? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Maybe her. Let's see how quickly I can cut this out. You know, like you do these videos, and if you're following through with a unless I plan it all out beforehand, have all the parts sitting there, but I like to show the creative flow, not just, oh, there we go. She is perfect for there. She is perfect. Oh, I just love her. I love her. I have a friend, Leah, who is a purple fiend like me. And I got to come up with a tab for that. So she is good here, but I almost keep feeling like I want something behind her. And I don't have time to play with that right now. And then I'm back to that. This is big enough for something else, isn't it? She is probably going to go there. We're going to trim this up, though. What I'm going to do is, just so I know where I'm going to trim it, right there. She's looking for food hard, man. Okay. So I have to cover this, and then I'm going to end up using this on it. So obviously I don't need take that to the top and that to the bottom. Now I like it in the middle. I think I want to take that off. Oh, boo-boo, before you knock that over. Sorry, guys. No, it's not soft food time. She rushed down because she thought she was getting soft food. So this will end up on here. I'm just kind of showing you. I'm not going to glue it down right now because technically I've gone over the hour already. So I'm going to probably take that in there. I'm trying to use up some scraps, guys. Now you've seen how I cover that, and I would take paper again and cover the back. Obviously I need a different paper, and then that'll be the tag. Unfortunate part, I'm not going to, and she's going on there. I know that much. And this is going to go on here. But I'm going to put something to the top of that. She is going to go on here. And I want a little piece of something, not big enough. Going into the scraps, guys. Trying to pull some of those little scraps out that I had piled here neatly. Again, like this always comes up, but it's too much for there. It needs to be a very light. So there's a cluster I started. Throw that. I don't know why that's sitting there. Is that pink good with that? I know I have a longer piece here. I know I have a bigger piece. Even this, I would turn into a tag. I would just strengthen it by layering more paper on it. But even it could be used as a nice tag. Just trying to see what it looks like if I... Yep. Yep. Since that one is like easy for me to do. that ruler I had? I've lost it in... when I craft, I make a mess. And then I can't find anything. I could sit and craft, like I'm not finished, ready to end this video. I want to finish making more tags for you guys. That's the problem. A bit more because I want more of that paper to show. Just trying to adjust what I want the most to show. I think I want, there we go. So now we're just going to glue. I'm doing this rushing to do this, guys. And after I kind of get this paper on, go. We're going to go ahead and trim that. Whoops. Got scraps flying all over the place. I'm gone quiet, guys, because I'm hurrying. Because I know I've kept you guys extra long. Get some of the glue off my hands. Ruler. It's getting sticky. I really need to start using book pages again. Because I'm hurrying, guys. I'm sorry. I really thought we'd get a lot more done than I did. My scissors get so sticky and gross. So sticky and gross. Because I didn't quite get that paper right. It's an easy fix, right? Like you just go back. There we go. And then we just need to get a topper on it. And then we've got to cover the back with some paper. We'll do that and then snip the sides. And now I got to tidy my desk back up. But I wanted to use more of these pieces I had here. And I didn't hardly drink my tea because I was working so hard. It's a cold tea now. But it's good. Boo was used to usually around 3:30 when Jacob gets home. she gets an afternoon snack. But again, Jacob didn't come home, so she didn't get her afternoon snack. I have to feed her in small amounts because she is a gobbler. You know what's throwing me off is the way that lettering is. It makes it look uneven for some reason in my head. Probably doesn't, but in my head I keep thinking it is. Oh, you're just fine. There we go. Run that back down. And as that glue dries, that'll become stronger. And then we give it a nice click. And then we just have to put a topper on that. With this one, I do think one of these will be looking good on there. So I need to make a few because I don't have any pink left. Nope. I have a lot of long ones, but not any short ones. Maybe in here. These are all done. Nope, I don't have any. That one's too big. That would be perfect. This is a new style I've been doing, and I love it because when you've got a big tag like this, it looks great. And then your picture. So that's what's going to end up here. Won't that look nice? I don't have time to glue it on so that I'll show you, but this is you've seen that one. These are the books that she gave me, which was really nice. This is a few of the envelopes that I can't wait to use one with, especially this one. This is the one I was hoping to use. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's a tag I'm going to make. But this is how this one's going to end up. Right? And then let's throw that back in the scraps. Then we have this one that we have to get a topper for. Just going to slide that over. We have this one that we did. And then we have this one I kind of threw to show you how to use that with a cluster and on a tag. But that's a regular cardstock tag. Right? But these are music page, book page, book page. And look at I still got all of these. I have this one to do something with. And I've got these book pages that I'm going to make tags with. And this one, and this one, and this one. So there's all kinds of tags I'm going to make with those pieces. Oh, and that one too. So thank you for joining me today. Sorry I went a little bit over time. I just wanted to show you these amazing digitals. And I will put her link. And she has a $5 membership that you get freebies with for that membership. And so go check her out. And as well, if you're interested in my fussy cuts, I have my own style of fussy cuts, very different from her. You can always go check that out. I have some digitals as well. But please go check out Anita's. Hers are simply beautiful. And thank you once again for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, would love for you to subscribe. If you have, please like and comment on the video and just help me out and let me get more notice. Thank you again, ladies, for joining me today. Have a great evening. Bye for now.